What if one day you realize that the universe around you is not an empty void, not a cold machine spinning in chaos, but a living mind, thinking, observing, and aware of you? For thousands of years, Hermetic sages declared what sounds like a paradox. All is mind, the universe is mental. This is not abstract speculation, but the key to why no thought of yours is ever alone. Each feeling, each fear, each spark of hope vibrates like ripples in an invisible ocean that permeates all things. Imagine a man who spends his entire life blaming fate. Why do I always meet misfortune? Why is life unfair to me? He lives as though events crash down upon him by random cruelty. Yet he does not see that his endless complaints, his recurring dark thoughts, have become invisible chains shaping his destiny. He plants seeds of sorrow within, then curses the soil of life for failing to bloom. If the universe were a machine, then everything would be nothing but mechanical collisions of matter. In such a universe, human beings are mere puppets of chance, without freedom or responsibility. But if the universe is a mind, a living idea manifesting itself, then you are not a victim. You are a co-author. Each thought is a brushstroke, each feeling a color, and your life is the canvas being painted every moment. This awakens critical thinking. If everything begins with mind, then nothing in life is entirely random. Relationships, work, joy, and suffering all carry the imprint of an idea. And that idea is not merely human, it is cosmic. When you think, you are vibrating within a greater symphony, the music of the universe itself. This also implies a frightening but hopeful truth. If you don't govern your own vibration, you will be swept away by the chaotic waves of others. But if you become conscious and deliberate, you can harmonize with that flow, or even create your own melody for life to follow. So here lies the question: are you holding the instrument, or are you simply listening while others play the notes that decide your fate? And how can you learn to recognize, then master, the invisible vibrations shaping every breath, every choice, and every dream of your life? The body you see in the mirror is only the surface of a deeper river. Around you exists a subtle field, fragile as smoke yet powerful as a storm. Sages called it the aura, the luminous emanation of mind and incarnated spirit. This is not fantasy. The aura reflects your inner state with precision. When gratitude fills you, it shines like a lamp. In winter's night, when fear or anger dominates, it grows heavy and murky, easily swayed by outside forces. Like oil for a lamp. If pure, the flame burns brightly. If polluted, the flame flickers and weakens. Perhaps you've walked into a room and instantly felt at ease, even without speaking to anyone. Or met someone and immediately sensed unease, without knowing why. These reactions are not random. They are the silent conversation of energy fields. Your aura and others' auras constantly interact, sending messages that the ears cannot hear, but the heart instantly knows. In Hermeticism, the maxim, as within, so without, as above, so below, reminds us that the outer world mirrors your inner state. If your inner energy is chaotic, the environment reflects distortion. If your mind is still and clear, the world appears like a calm lake. Some compare life to fire. Fire does not only warm its holder, it radiates to everyone nearby. Human beings are the same. Your aura is the light you carry, whether you are aware of it or not. Enter a place, and you leave behind an energetic imprint, others respond, and together millions of auras weave a complex silent symphony of daily life. That is why tending your vibration is not spiritual luxury, it is responsibility. When you nurture gratitude, compassion, and clarity, your aura expands, shielding and uplifting you. When you nurture fear, resentment, or guilt, your aura contracts, growing heavy and contagious. Imagine yourself as a living instrument. Every thought, every emotion is a note. You can remain discordant, striking noise, or you can tune yourself to join the great harmony of the universe. The choice is yours, to live as a lump of lead dragging yourself and others down, or as a flame illuminating and uplifting. If energy is a river, then within each of us are bends and blockages where flow halts. Hermeticism calls these knots, where natural vibration is trapped, compressed, and stagnated. They cannot be seen with the eyes but are deeply felt in body and mind. A person may wake up exhausted though they slept 8 hours. Another may feel irritable and angry for no clear reason. Yet another may live under constant vague fear, as though an unseen hand restrains every step. These are signs of energetic blockages, born from unresolved emotions, unhealed wounds, or limiting beliefs carried silently for years. Picture the story of a water bearer with a cracked pot. Each day he fills it at the well, but by the time he returns home, half the water is gone, leaking drop by drop. He curses fate, not realizing it is the pot itself that drains him. We humans are the same. Cracks in our spirit, unacknowledged, pain, quietly drain our energy, leaving us weary without knowing why. In Buddhist teaching, these cracks are habit energies, formed by greed, anger, and ignorance. If not faced and transformed, they become thick dust, dimming the light within. A single spark of anger can turn into illness. A hidden fear can become a wall blocking the path of life. Yet Hermeticism offers an exit. Everything is dual. Everything has poles. Fear contains the seed of courage. Anger can transmute into creative fire. Sorrow can blossom into compassion. But such transformation happens only when we dare to face the knot, instead of denying it. The truth is, you need not fight your blockages. Resistance hardens them. What is needed is awareness. When you observe fear without judgment, it softens. When you listen to anger without suppressing it, it reveals the wound beneath. Awareness itself is the first step toward freedom. We may carry many cracked pots on our backs, but the moment we pause to examine the cracks, we can mend them and preserve the flow. Likewise, when we dare to confront energetic knots within, we restore the natural river where vitality, clarity, and peace can flow freely again. Breath is the secret doorway always within us. It sustains life ceaselessly, yet we seldom notice it. And yet, breath is the bridge between visible body and invisible energy. In Hermetic law, rhythm and vibration manifest most clearly through breath. Inhale, exhale, full empty, birth, death. Ancient traditions like yoga and Taoism called breath prana or qi, life force animating all matter. Shallow, hurried breathing merely oxygenates the body. But conscious, deep breathing draws in cosmic vitality. The difference is like sipping stagnant water compared to drinking from a pure spring. Practices turn breath into cleansing tools. Box breathing. Inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, hold empty for 4. This simple square resets the nervous system, calms anxiety, and clears the mind. Or alternate nostril breathing, balancing hemispheres of the brain and unblocking subtle channels modern science has only begun to glimpse. The body also has energy centers, called chakras in Indian tradition. Hermeticism, though using other terms, affirms the same principle. Each center resonates at its own frequency. Root, survival. Sacral, creativity. Solar plexus, personal power. Heart, love. Throat, expression. Brow, intuition. Crown, spiritual. Connection. When a center misaligns, life plays out of tune. When aligned, the human becomes an instrument tuned perfectly to the cosmic orchestra. Think of a musician tuning strings before a concert. Without tuning, even the finest technique produces noise. So too with us. Talents, intellect, goodwill mean little if energy is disordered. But when each center is cleansed and tuned, every word, every act resounds with clarity and harmony. This is not superstition, but inner science. Like a farmer tending soil or an artist nurturing a tree. Cleansing energy requires patience. Each conscious breath, each clear thought, each choice toward love wipes dust from the inner mirror. The cleaner the mirror, the more your inner light radiates, not only for yourself, but for all who cross your path. One great modern illusion. Many treat the law of attraction as magic, as though wishing hard enough forces the universe to deliver. But Hermeticism teaches, the universe does not hear words, it feels frequency. And frequency is not in empty affirmations, but in the alignment of thought, feeling, and action. The universe is a vast ocean of vibration. Each person is an instrument, live in contradiction, saying one thing, thinking another, doing the opposite, and your sound is discordant. But live with clarity in thought, authenticity in emotion, and integrity in action, and you become a clear note. The universe, which operates on resonance, responds immediately in harmony. Remember the story of the seed. A grain of rice, full of life, remains dormant in dry soil. It sprouts only when conditions align, moisture, warmth, light. So too with humans. Desires born of ego, greed, haste, comparison, create chaos. But desires born of soul, authentic living, love, service, find harmony, and naturally bloom. Not by force, but by resonance. Your body, in Hermetic light, is not mere flesh but a temple where spirit finds its channel. Each gesture, posture, and breath can be a ritual of cleansing. Traditions like yoga and tai chi were never just exercise, but arts of energetic realignment. When body moves with mindfulness, when breath syncs with cosmos, you cease being a separate individual. You become a vibrating string in the great symphony of existence. Manifestation, then, is not controlling the universe. It is resonance. You do not create from nothing. You reveal what already sleeps within. Like alchemists turning lead into gold, you transmute fear into courage, pain into compassion, longing into reality. The essence is not perfection, but presence. The universe does not wait for you to know all mysteries. It mirrors the vibration you sustain. That vibration, your thoughts, feelings, and deeds, is your spiritual signature, constantly sent into the cosmos. Engrave this truth. You are not merely living, you are creating. You are not only in the flow, you are the flow. And the music you play today will decide the melody of tomorrow.